is a story of the future, but not the very distant future. It is a story that might have taken place the day after tomorrow. Like all stories of the future, however, its beginnings lie far back in the past, as far back as the first man on Earth to gaze at the stars and wonder if someday, somehow, he might travel to them. Travel through space. In the years following the Second World War, two basic patterns began to influence the growing science of space travel. Rockets or guided missiles grew larger and larger. Atomic power plants grew smaller and smaller, compact enough to be contained in a submarine, finally in a rocket ship. Immediately, by special order of the President, a new agency was formed, CIFC, Civil Interplanetary Flight Commission. So, with almost unlimited funds voted by Congress, this commission began its task: research in new fissionable materials, more research in non-fissionable metallic alloys to make rocket tubes that would not be melted like wax by their own atomic blasts. Sometimes mishaps occurred, and men paid for them with their lives. But the work went on. Experiments in celestial navigation, astrophysics, aerodynamics, until finally only one obstacle remained. That, as our story begins, turned out to be the oldest obstacle in the history of mankind: the human factor.
Steady. Slower. Slower. Really, Dr. Harrison, this is intolerable. Dan. Dan, are you all right? Dan, snap out of it.
Yeah, Doc. Yeah.
Dan, how do you feel? Okay?
Yeah, guess so. Must have blacked out.
Sit tight and take it easy. Now get him out of there and over to the hospital.
You see, Doctor, he wasn't in any real danger.
Under other forms of government, men are deliberately killed or crippled every day in experiments like this. Well, I won't stand by and see manslaughter become policy here.
I resent that implication. These men are volunteers.
It's too bad. The commissioner was most anxious to have this test carried out to the extreme so that he could discuss the results with Professor Nordstrom.
Well, you can tell the commissioner and Professor Nordstrom. Never mind, I'll tell him myself.
The commissioner's office. Oh, good morning, General. Yes, Professor Nordstrom's with the commissioner now. No, I'm sorry. Dr. Harrison, what's the matter?
I want to see the commissioner.
I'm sorry, he's with Professor Nordstrom.
Miss Pickett, copies of these for Professor Nordstrom, please.
I want to see you.
In just a few minutes, Harrison. I can't talk to you at the moment.
You don't have to. Just listen. I resign as of now.
Harrison, what in the world's wrong with you?
I told you once before that I'm not going to stand by anymore and watch human beings being turned into guinea pigs.
My dear Harrison, the uncovering of knowledge must always involve risk for pioneers. Fortunately, there are always men and women ready to take those risks. Now, you know that as well as I do.
That's not the point, and you know it. We shouldn't even be considering the use of test pilots in this first experimental ship. It's not only inhuman, it's unscientific and unintelligent.
That's quite enough. We'll resume this discussion later on.
My, you are in a state.
There's my pass, staff card, and the badge. You can send my papers down to the hotel.
Just a moment, Doctor. You can't leave the building without your exit pass, you know.
Yes?
Dr. Harrison, this is Gilligan of Transglobal News. I'm down in the lobby.
As far as I'm concerned, you can stay there.
Hold on, Doc. All I want to know is what's going on between you and Professor Nordstrom.
Nothing. Yes?
This is the Washington Globe, Dr. Harrison. We're trying to contact Professor Nordstrom.
Look, if this is a gag, it's not very funny. I've never even met Professor Nordstrom, and there's no reason to suppose that I ever will.